All right, what up, everybody? It's Thursday afternoon, week 15, fantasy football playoffs. It is winner die, winner go home. What's the die one? I don't know. We got Jason
Do or die.
finally. What is it? What? Well,
Do or die.
yeah, winner. We got Jason finally back in studio instead of the airport. We got Brian avoiding a flood. Just a classic week 15 for your fantasy football guys. What's everyone? What's up, everyone? What up, Jason?
And not too much, man. Just back from Dallas. Issues in the playoffs. Let's go.
It's always something stupid. Brian, what's going on? How's the modeling? We're almost a year in. You feeling more or less confident?
I've been doing pretty well. I got some things I'm working on in the off season, but it's been pretty successful this year, I feel like.
Yeah, I agree. So can we peel the curtain? What's something for next year? Maybe like short-term adjustments, like 4-game blocks, weighted, averaged?
I'm gonna get a bit more like back to the mean, like back to league average. So if something happens where like I brought this up pre-show, if the Dolphins offense sucks and then the Dolphins get Tua back, like a lot of their season stats are them sucking. And then when Tua comes back, it's kind of like almost overdoes the projection because it's based on points projected, and their points projected have just gone up a bunch from what they were currently doing. So if I can get some revert back to the mean, I can get it a bit more accurate on that end. And then a few other things I'm trying to figure out how to maybe get like player types in there and be able to better estimate upside versus like Justice Hill. He's kind of a high floor player, but like his projection's kind of crappy each week. But like, how can I project that well where it's like, all right, if you're really desperate for 7 points, I'm way more confident in him getting 7 points than like someone else who might be projected at a similar amount, like a Trey Tucker, who's kind of been a big boomer bust guy for the Raiders, something like that.
Okay, that's cool. But so the Dolphins thing, we're talking about that. So it was like a double one-off. So the numbers are low because they've been terrible, but then because now the point total's up, they inflated the yards, but then the yards actually worked out to what they. So it was like, I don't know, like a double negative.
Yeah, I mean, against the Patriots, it was better because both the Patriots defense was giving up a bunch of yards per point in general as well. And then the Dolphins were kind of getting back their offensive groove. And when you don't score as many points, your yards per point is going to be higher. So like your better offenses, yards per point around like 15. Your worse offenses, your yards per point is around like 20. But if you're projected 17 points, it kind of balances out. But like if you have a 20 yards per point and you're projected 28 because you're good again, then it kind of throws everything off. So a big reason I loved it against the Patriots was we were kind of adjusting for that Dolphins team getting back to full strength with Tua, plus the Patriots defense gave up a lot. So that was kind of the best. It was a good kind of 50-50, so it balanced out. And then I just knew, all right, I can trust this a bit more. But in terms where you're not facing that defensive matchup, that's where it can be thrown off a little bit. But like in general, I feel like I've been doing pretty well.
Yeah, no, I love the model. I kind of hate the model, but I love betting. I love betting with the model. Anyways, that's enough nerding out for a minute. Jason, let's get back to vibes. We got a big game. We got a big game this week. We got 2 injuries, so just take us away.
Yeah, so I mean, we got to start with tonight. Got a big one, Niners Rams. Both teams, season in the balance. A lot of fantasy implications. A lot of very fantasy relevant players, and we'll start right there with everybody's favorite fab target from last week, Isaac Guerendo. He sprained his foot on Sunday against the Bears. Usually you see his foot sprain, even if it's mild, short week, you're like, he's probably not going to play. Turns out he is planning to try and play tonight, and is expected to be active. We'll find out about actives and actives not too long after we sign off here, but just make sure you're keeping track of that. And if he is able to go, I feel like you got to start him.
So that's what we were talking about in the pre-show. So for me, the way I'd maybe separate it, league size, right? Like 16-team league, obviously start them, 14 probably. And then as you go down, I think it's tough. Like we can play the game. I mean, Isaac Guerendo or let's say like Brian Robinson.
I'm taking Brian Robinson, but
okay.
Maybe
Brian
Robinson
Charbonnet. Charbonnet was the RB1 last week. Let's say Walker is out. Charbonnet or Guerrero.
Oof, man, tough. You're really putting. You're really putting my. You're really trying to make me go biased versus unbiased here, aren't you? Right now though, I'll go with Ike.
Oh, okay, Brian, can you weigh in here? I mean, we got a short week with a guy who just got hurt, with running backs who've been gotten hurt. We got no Trent Williams. It's fantasy playoffs, right season, whatever. But like, this is if he does the Bucky Irving, plays 4 snaps and he's out, you're effed.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's all dependent on who you have. If you made the playoffs, you're probably a good team. Maybe you made the playoffs with someone like Breece Hall, who you're like, all right, I'm just desperate and I'm trying to find a fill-in. Great. Guerrero, perfect fill-in for that type of player. But like one thing that I think a big kind of overarching thing for the playoffs in my thing is like start your studs. Don't overthink it. If somebody got you here, do that. Like I'd rather lose on Chase Brown, like so much more rather lose starting him than like a Guerrero because I think I like the matchup.
Sure, but Chase Brown's a super stud now.
Yeah,
okay, so back to Jason. So Guerrero, or what about the Braylon Allen, Isaiah Davis? Guerrero?
Actually, right now I'm going through the Jets running backs. That matchup against, speaking of getting cute. Actually, all right, I'm gonna go Guerrero because he's the actual starter. We don't know what the timeshare will be like if that's the case. Because with Breece Hall, speaking of Breece Hall, apparently he grabbed his helmet and was working on the rehab side today. So I don't know what that does entirely for his status, but at least there's like the slimmest degree of optimism he could play on Sunday.
Okay.
Already said that. Yeah.
Well, so even if Guerrero plays though, right? He's going to be on a snap count. It is a short week. He's hurt, right? Patrick Taylor looked okay, right? Like what's the ceiling floor for Guerrero tonight?
I mean, he have 78 yards and 2 touchdowns before the injury last week.
Yeah, he's a monster, healthy monster, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I mean, he's capable enough of breaking one and making your week. I would say his ceiling is probably, and maybe I'm being a little crazy here, 22 points is the ceiling. I'd say 6.6 is the floor.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, Rams D, it's a great matchup. It's the playoffs. It's like,
I know. I get it.
Thursday. Right, so
I hate Thursday. I love to not have my players play on Thursday at all costs.
Okay, what about, let's say you got Guerrero and Taylor. Would you ever play both, where at least then you're kind of covered?
No, I would stay away from that.
Okay, that's up too. Because we just saw, right? We're talking injuries. Bucky Irving, right, was crazy the week before, got hurt, played hurt. I think he had like 4 carries for nothing. Rachaad White came in, took over, right? That can kill your week.
Yeah, exactly. I'd rather kill my week on Sunday.
Yeah, the only way I'm starting both of them is if like I'm just absolutely stacked at every other position. If I have Boswell at kicker, if I have the best defense of the week, and then I got 3 top 5 wide receivers, then sure, I know I can probably get 12 points out of the combination of both of them. But other than that, you just limit so much upside by starting both of them.
I am only doing that if I have no other running backs available.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah, but this is a weird situation, right? It's the beginning of the week, short week. It can, we're gonna have revisionist history, but okay. Other injuries, right? We got Aiden O'Connell got carted off, but now it looks like he wants to play. Does that matter for your Brock Bowers, Jacoby Myers truthers?
I mean, not really. Other than, well, actually, it might. I mean, if Desmond Ridder has to start, I mean, you got to start Brock Bowers, unfortunately, but I'd be very nervous about it.
Okay.
I mean, Jacoby Myers, Desmond Ridder starting, I really don't trust. And, the good news is with O'Connell, it sounds like it was just a bone contusion, and it sounds like he is trying to go Monday night. Sounds like he should be able to.
Looked like his world was ending after that injury.
Yeah, right. I had like 8 massive Brock Bowers bets, and I was having the worst time. And none of them hit. What else? What other injuries we got, Jason? So we got the Kenneth Walker Sharps thing, right? Walker doesn't play. Anyone who's smart enough to handcuff. Mm-hmm. Sharps is the RB1 overall for the week. He knocked me out of the playoffs. I've never been more upset. Do we have any update for Walker?
I have not seen anything yet for Walker. I think the Seahawks should have media availability here shortly, since it's about 2:10 here on the West Coast, which is usually around the time they kind of wrap up practice. So we'll have to dig for that eventually once Mike McDonald becomes available. Also with running back injuries, I know you touched on Bucky with the back injury. It sounds like he didn't practice again today, and it sounds like it's going to be a Rachaad White season this week when they take on the Chargers, and I don't like that matchup at all. That Charger run defense is very, very good.
Is it?
Yeah, they're stingy as hell. That Charger defense in general is stingy.
Yeah, I know. Okay, Brian Rushkey. So I think I remember the guy. Was it the Thursday night they got gashed by Derrick Henry? But who doesn't?
Exactly.
Bijan played well. Okay.
Yeah, they still turned the ball over 4 times against the Falcons, or the Falcons turned the ball over 4 times to the Chargers.
Yeah, but that was the pass defense.
What I'm saying is, I don't know, for a guy who's not a very efficient runner like Rachaad White, I'd be a little wary of that.
So you're saying if Bucky's out, you don't love Rachaad White this week?
I don't love Rachaad White this weekend.
Wow. Okay, so Bucky's out, Rachaad White or Garendo?
Garendo.
Wow, Brian.
I can't do that. I'm going White.
And the reason being, if you look at Rachaad White's numbers over the course, he's just been a very inefficient runner. He breaks, he'll break a 56-yarder here and there. He'll make a few catches in the pass game, which is great, but he hasn't scored a ton, and his yards per carry are not good.
No, I agree.
So hence my reasoning for Garendo. I trust Kyle Shanahan to scheme something up more for him than scheme something up for Garendo to enable him to have a good night than I do offense to do something, for Rachaad White.
Okay, Joker, are you guys answering questions tonight? We are answering questions. We're just doing a little pre-stuff. We're gonna hit all your questions. May as well do them right now. Okay. But so quickly, anyone, if you're on Twitter, come over to YouTube, right? Then you can drop a question. Also, check us out on the Discord. Make sure you give us a like, comment Twitter, Blue Sky, everything. Okay. Questions. Are we answering questions? Of course we're answering questions. Otherwise, we would know. Well, we could always talk football. Okay, so Nathan drops us the first one. What's up, guys? What up, Nathan? He just did our wide receiver rankings. Check them out. Need a help with the flex start. Full PPR, pick one. Tyrone Tracy, Jalen Warren, or Braylon Allen. Brian, anything jump out to you here?
I mean, Braylon, if Brees is out, that's what I'm doing. I've actually really liked the numbers of Tyrone Tracy. Model has him at like 10 PPR points. Not great for PPR, but his numbers have honestly been looking great recently. He was the leading target share person for the Giants last week in reception. Yeah, so like he's somebody who's definitely intriguing to me. They are going back to DeVito, which sure, but I guess Locke has kind of been the better quarterback for fantasy aspect on that end. I think Allen's the safer and higher upside, if assuming Brees doesn't play, but Tracy is my number 2. I have Jalen Warren on a team. He'll get you 7 to 9 points. If that's what you need, by all means. But if you want more than that, he's not going to get, and he's not going to get you less than that.
All right, Jason. So where fantasy playoffs, does this change your thinking at all? Ceiling, floor? I know we like to call ourselves the high floor show. Are you trying to get to a certain point? Like, what does this little dilemma do for you?
I mean, out of me, I'm always the worry freak, so I always feel like I have to outscore everybody as great as high ceiling as possible. So that's just my mentality, though. And I like Tracy here. He's
really,
yeah. And the Ravens' defense just hasn't been like it was not what it was last year. You can gain on that. I mean,
you can't run on them though.
I mean, but hey, full PPR, gets a couple catches, gets some yardage. He's usually in double figures, so the floor is pretty good for him. I like Tracy here.
Oh, I don't get it because I mean the spread's high, so I think Tracy's gonna get game scripted out. Sure, you might get checked down city.
I hope so. I'm going against him.
But it's like Braylon Allen versus the Jags, who are like I think bottom 3 to running backs or top 3 to play against. Running, if Brees is out, I know Isaiah Davis got some of the goal line work. Some of they kind of split everything, but I don't know what Brian. What your model has? What do we got here?
I was looking at receivers. Model. I mean, I have like Braylon and Isaiah pretty close. Isaiah Davis, he was way more involved in the passing game than I expected. But yeah, I got Braylon, then Tracy here, and I have Warren at like 9. So.
Okay. I don't know. I just Tracy. The 10 targets were nice, but I don't want to veto Tracy. But I mean, I think it's going to be like that Niners Bears game. It's going to be like 38-6.
I said, I hope you're right.
Okay. All right. Let's move on. Nathan, SoCal Watch. I need to play 3 of the 4 wide receivers. Okay. Jason, this one's for you. So we got Nico, Mike Evans, Cortland Sutton, and JSN. So
wow, what a problem to have, eh? I mean, damn. You know, out of these 4, thanks. They all, have like, I mean, you have to play Nico Collins.
Yeah. Right. Done.
Yeah, he's a must start. God, this is killer. At this point, I'm going the first 3. I'm going Collins, Evans, and Sutton. Just because DK Metcalf can still just take over at any point. And, as much as JSN is really starting to come on strong in that Seahawks offense, the first 3 are all still true number 1s. And I like all 3 of those for that reason.
Okay. I mean, this is JSN's fantasy rankings. Week 9, 1, 12, 11, 33, 15. He's essentially a wide receiver 1, right? But
yeah, he's great.
I hear you. For me, it'd be Brian. What about you? For me, it's between JSN and Mike Evans.
To me, it's between JSN and Sutton. I think I have JSN slightly ahead, but for some reason, I'm feeling Sutton more just because, like, the way that running back the running back room for Denver is kind of played out, just such like a cluster that.
Terrible.
I mean, I feel like Sutton's guaranteed 10, not guaranteed, but I feel like he's guaranteed 8 to 10 targets. And
he's been great.
I mean, he's been awesome. I think he's been one.
Okay, well let's try it. Let's say matchup. So we got Mike Evans. Tampa's playing the
Chargers.
Bad matchup, right? Sutton
for sure. But
we got Denver's playing Indy, right? That's a great matchup. And who's Seattle playing?
Wait, who's Seattle playing?
Are they on Monday?
Seattle Sunday night at home against Green Bay, and the Packers are getting look like they're getting Jair Alexander back tonight on Sunday night.
But Jair's going to go on DK.
Yeah,
but you got to figure he'll see some of JSN as well.
Yeah, this is tough. I'd probably play Collins. I might bench Evans. I don't know, man.
I have Evans top 5.
All right, tough question. Maybe we'll circle back. We'll try and figure it out. But either way, you're looking good, right?
Yeah, it's the best problem you could possibly have.
Dusty B, what up, fellas? PPR, AJ Brown or Mike Evans? Okay, first off, so you said you had top 5, but you got AJ higher, Brian?
Yeah, I mean, my top 5 is Puka, AJ, Jamar, Nico, Evans.
Wow. I mean, okay. So I don't know. I mean, but you, at no point can you do Mike Evans over AJ Brown, right?
I don't think so. I mean, I get the fear just because of last week. Everyone thinks the world's ending with the Eagles. That's just their media. You ask them, like you ask any fan, it's like, yeah, everything's falling, the world's ending, and then like, yeah, but I still expect to make the Super Bowl. So it's pretty much how it is there.
All right, Jason, vibes though. Vibes is all AJ Brown, right? He had the temper tantrum
right here. Especially how it is. Receiver, pop, says something in the media, gets blown out of proportion. They all make up. The next week he has a good game. It just kind of is what it is.
Right? It's a natural law, right? So what about Debo? Quick pivot to this question. Debo tonight, same thing. He tweeted. I
feel like he's gonna have a good night, and he usually saves some good games for the Rams. So I feel like it's gonna be a good Debo night.
Okay, good Debo night. Okay. All right, Jason, stick with you here. Also, PPR: Dowdle, James Cook, Jacoby Myers, Khalil Shakir. So I guess we're picking one.
Ooh.
Or ranking for me.
Okay, I'm going Cook. I'm going Dowdle, Shakir, Myers.
How you doing, Cook? Cook versus Detroit? He's not going to be able to run. Okay.
Actually, no, sorry, scratch it. Go Dowdle, Cook, Myers, Shakir.
Okay, I like that.
Carolina's been playing better, but you can still run on that.
Yeah, they're defense. Yeah, Brian, what's the math? What's the math say here?
the opposite almost. I have Myers, Shakir, Cook, Dowdle.
Wow, Jesus! Why is Dowdle so low? Is it PPR? He doesn't catch.
Yeah, PPR. I mean, if it weren't PPR, Dowdle I think is second behind Cook barely.
Okay, I know
With PPR, Shakir is going to get a bunch of targets, and Jacoby Myers has been at like a 25 to 30% target share.
Yeah, but now we got what's his name?
Ritter,
Former Atlanta Ritter, Desmond Ritter.
I don't really care because who else are you going to pass it to? It's Brock Bowers and Jacoby,
and
that's it.
You can't pass.
I care, Brian. I care if it's Desmond Ritter. Your model might, but I care.
The other thing here too is look who the Bills are getting back this week. They should be getting Keon Coleman and Dalton Kincaid back, which
Good
should
point.
Here's target share.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. That's tough. So we can't really agree. For me, I'm going Dowdle. I mean, he's got 100 yards back-to-back games. He's getting probably now is his easiest matchup. And it's tough. A week ago, all those four guys be studs. This week, it could be worse.
I mean, Dallas is projected to lose.
Yeah, I say Carolina's favorite for the first time in like 2 years.
Yeah, so
I mean, it's not like you're expecting like a great game script for him.
Yeah, but I'm not expecting him to get blown out. Carolina's going to blow Dallas out. That might kill Jerry. Finish the so Mount. Okay, so he said he's leading Evans over Brown. Nobody likes that, right? We got to play AJ. You play AJ after temper tantrums. Natural law. Dowdle, Myers, Cook. So that is the opposite of. Wait, Brian, that's the opposite you said?
I have Myers, Shakir, and then Cook, Dowdle.
Okay.
So I have Dowdle last. I mean, I get it. Dowdle's been playing better. I just don't think. I think you're just kind of riding a hot hand, and I think it's going to stop at some point.
Well, not versus Carolina.
We'll see.
Okay, we'll see. Okay. All right. We're a lot of disagreement on the show today. All right, Jason, it's you. The Joker, full PPR, Braylon Allen, Jalen Warren, Patrick Taylor Jr. tonight with the Guerrero situation. What are we doing? Bears fans.
Braylon against the Jags. I mean, it's the safest matchup if he plays, or if Breece Hall doesn't play. Jaguars are just free points against running backs right now. Most running backs, I should say. Titans offense somehow couldn't do anything against them last week.
Do we call it throw? Is that a throwaway, or the Jags getting their act back together?
I'm throwing that away. I think even the Jets can do something against them.
Okay, and then so Patrick Taylor, is he third?
Yeah, he's last for me because it's like Brian said earlier in the show. Like Warren's going to get you at least 7 to 9 points. So if you could just slide him in there and you can live with the 7 to 9 points, nothing more, nothing less, then you're good.
Okay, Brian, model. What's the math?
I mean, it's Allen, Warren, Taylor.
Okay, great. Okay, we're pretty consensus. So what if you had Braylon Allen, Isaiah Davis? So anyway, you starting both, like with the Guerrero Taylor situation I said earlier.
I want to avoid that. Yeah, I'd be a little worrisome doing that against pretty much most backfields.
Yeah, but again, unless you're just like a zero running back build where like all your wide receivers are great and you just need 12 points out of your 2 running back spots, then sure. But other than that, like no.
So you not like the idea of doing 2 running backs or just any 2? Like if you had Jahmyr Gibbs and Montgomery, that you're fine with, right?
Yeah, that's the one. That's the exception.
I mean, I get like this isn't what are the Monday games?
We got Bears, Vikings, and Raiders, Falcons. Bangers.
Jesus, Raiders, Falcons. God, so
like maybe I do it in the Falcons game if I had both Algier and Bijan and I needed like a certain amount of points. Then like maybe that if like I know going into Monday that I need a certain amount of points and I can start both of them, then sure, just in case Algier touchdown vultures. But those are kind of the only situations I'm doing it in is if I know I need a certain amount and I can kind of guarantee it getting the rushing.
Okay, we got to speed up. I didn't realize how many questions we got.
Furious.
All right, Furious, my man. Don't worry. He sent me. He always sends me he's in I think 4 leagues. He made all 4 playoffs. He's stoked, and so we're always trying to help you. So anything we don't get to on the show, I'll definitely get to you on Discord. All right, Mega Brick. 14 weeks of research, gambling, tough decisions, all leads up to this. Isn't it ridiculous? First week of playoffs, season on the line. All right, you should do our intros. Who are you giving the start to this week, Purdy or Goff? I just love quarterback questions. For me, this is actually pretty easy. I'm going Jason. I'm going Brock Purdy. I think he's on fire. I think he's going to have 500 yards last week. The Bears didn't suck. He's got his weapons. The running back situation is crazy. And Jason, I can just see you just ready to jump in. Let's go.
I mean, my only caveat here is going to be the weather. It's supposed to be a little nasty tonight out in Santa Clara. There's supposed to be some rain and some wind, and could get a little
wind. I didn't see wind.
I'm saying, I know it's supposed to rain.
Okay.
With an open air stadium like ours, you never know. I'm going Goff here at home. The Bills' defense is good, but I feel like this game could be a shootout, kind of like last week for the Bills. So I actually really like Goff here on Sunday.
Okay. Also, Jason's biased. Brian, what are we doing?
I was just checking to see if the point total went down, which it's gone down 1.5 since Wednesday. So, okay, rain will probably be involved. One thing about Purdy is he's been getting a bit more involved in the running game. So that has been quite nice for us fantasy owners. My model has Purdy by a little bit.
Okay.
It's pretty close. I think Purdy's kind of your more upside play. Goff is a bit more safe. But
we know Goff's getting 250 and 2 touchdowns, right?
Yeah, season's on the line. I'm going upside here with Purdy.
Purdy, let's go, Purdy. But I agree. Weather, Jason's going Purdy, but secretly is going Goff. So I'd say we'll check the weather. I remember I checked it before because I didn't realize it was going to rain. It looks 40% up to maybe game time just after, so it could clear, could pour. Again, nobody really knows. I'd say maybe right if you're looking stadium and it's pouring right before kickoff, just play it safe, go Goff, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Fun, but man, Goff Purdy. I think we could talk all show just doing that. To be honest.
Yeah, it could be fun.
Jason would love that. Full PPR. Brian Robinson Jr. JSN. Okay. Brian Robinson Jr. off a bye week. No Austin Eckler has one of the best matchups possible. So what Washington's playing? Yeah, the Saints. The Saints are a run funnel. They're a joke. For me, it's like who would I play Brian Robinson Jr. over? As much as I like JSN. Jason, can you JSN me?
I have no problems putting in JSN in full PPR because he's good for like 7 to 8 catches.
Well, 4 or 5. Yeah. I mean, he's the man. Brian?
I'm with Jason.
What?
I'm with JSN.
I mean, the Saints are like one of the worst rush Ds in the league. We know Washington likes to run. The Saints are terrible. Washington's going to be up. They're going to put the pedal down. I mean, man, all right.
I mean, they've been getting 3 running backs involved recently. It's like I almost like it better when Eckler's there because then it's mostly just B-Rob and Eckler. Now it's B-Rob and Rodriguez.
Yeah. Okay. A lot of disagreement here, but okay. I mean, you're probably good. Okay, ceiling floor. Brian Robinson Jr.'s got the ceiling, obviously, right?
He's better odds to get a touchdown. Yeah.
2 touchdowns. He's getting 1.
We'll see.
Oh my God, you guys are killing me. Is tonight a rain game? Well, Larry, I wish Larry had given me a nice weather update. That's my fault. I should have messaged him. I'm going to message him right now, see if he can get to me. All right, Larry.
It could be, Rick. It's not looking good in my hometown.
For tonight, all right. I just messaged my weather guy, professional weather guy. But rain, we've seen rain isn't that big a destroyer of totals. It's the wind. The wind and the rain is brutal. Just a little rain, they can still throw. Maybe not as explosive, but it's hard to run to defenders. So you get a lot of missed tackles. It's a lot of chaos. You can get secret points. But I saw 45% chance of rain. So what does that even mean, right? It says it's raining on Yahoo. Yeah, I think it's raining now, but we got 3 hours till kickoff. I'm sorry. Hopefully, if Larry gets to me in the next half hour, I'll give you a good update because he is a professional. Wandy or Jason, to you. I got a unique situation, guys. I'm down 20 points in a 2-week playoff format. I love these random leagues. I got AJ Brown at flex, but also have Rico. QB is Hurts. Would you consider sitting AJ Brown for Rico Dowdle? Panthers' run defense is terrible. I feel like this is my burner account. We know what Brian's going to say. We don't even ask him Philly questions. Jason, you like Daddle, right? We're obviously doing this.
In this case, again, I'm feeling AJ this week.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Feeling AJ this week. Also, kind of biased here. I'm not a Philly fan, but I do have AJ Brown in the league. I'm going to the playoffs in.
Okay. Brian, how do I move your head? There you go, Brian. I'm going to give you single or solo layout. This is all Brian. Talk to me.
I mean, squeaky wheel gets the grease. I don't know the saying, but yeah, I think AJ Brown's going off this week. I think 100 and a touchdown.
100 and a touchdown. All right. So, okay, exit solo layout. Okay, so what? Let's just we got a minute here. So he's down 20, so he needs big games. So you're even more likely to do the stack, right?
Yeah, every touchdown's 10 points.
Yeah, but let's say he's up. Let's say he was up 30. Well, then maybe you can kind of hedge. You play Rico for AJ. No, no. Okay, so there is no scenario in which you should play Rico over AJ Brown. That's where we're at, and I kind of agree. You got the stack. You got the Hurst AJ stack. You got the AJ temper tantrum. You got him saying he's got to feed him. I mean, there's this is why you have the stack for this exact game, right? You should be stoked down 20. Trust me, that guy's screwed. Okay, Brad Crispin says, Jason, this is all you. All matters. Should I play Grando tonight in the flex? James Cook, Charbonnet, Jalen Waddle, Adam Thielen. Here we go.
Guys, no.
So So Grando's not over any of them?
No, I don't have him over any of those guys right now. I'd say I'm going even against that tough Lions defense. And they're dealing with injuries. Everybody forgets, star linebacker injured, Hutchinson injured. Even though they got Zadarius Smith, they've got guys who are hurt, and you can run on them. Josh Jacobs, had a pretty good game last week against them. Even coming off. So I'm actually going Cook, Charbonnet, Thielen, Waddle, Grando.
Okay. So Jason was really high in Grando earlier, and now he's walking it back. Classic Niners.
Walking it back. I just, it's just more look at the guys he has.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I have Grando last too. I would actually go Charbonnet than Thielen. Just Carolina's been projected more points since they're actually favored in the game. Thielen and Young seem to be having a pretty good rapport together, so I like that. Charbonnet, if assuming Walker's out, they feed him the ball. I kind of love that matchup and the points that he can get in that.
Okay, Jason. So what if Grando is fully healthy? Are you flexing him?
Yeah, I'd have him higher up there. I'd probably have him third over Charbonnet is where I would.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think if he was healthy, I'd be out Cook. I don't trust Thielen, Waddle, Charbonnet. Yeah.
I said it'd be if Garendo's fully healthy. I'm going Cook, Charbonnet, Ike, Waddle, Thielen. For Thielen, Waddle.
Charbonnet was just the RB1. You have to play him. It's the rule.
I mean, you don't have to play him, but I'm playing him.
I think you have. Well, although I do find probably guys don't follow up. Usually they blow up, and then Anyways, all right. Mega Brick again. Same lineup. All the marbles are on the line. I love the hype. Sit one full PPR. Amon Ra, Drake London, Jerry Jeudy, Juwan Jennings. Oh my God. I mean, is it Juwan? Is it every down Juwan?
It's every down in Juwan, unfortunately. Amon Ra is as reliable as it gets. London's still a number one receiver despite Atlanta's struggles. They have a fantastic matchup against Vegas in a dome this weekend. So there's no excuse for Kirk. Judy's just been red hot recently. You got to ride the hot hand.
So what's Jennings? What if there was no rain, Grando out, no Debo temper tantrum?
Even still, those three right now are the better looks. Again, Amon Ra, reliable as it comes. London, number one receiver. Even though Kirk's in prime time, the game's in Vegas. It's in a dome, on grass. He's got no excuse. And Jeudy, again, Judy's finally looking like the number one receiver everybody thought the Broncos were getting in 2020. Fortunately,
okay. Brian, what about Drake? Drake hasn't scored in 4 touchdowns. What are we doing?
Judy, I'm benching by far.
You're benching Judy by far.
Cedric Tillman's probably coming back.
Okay.
I mean
No
Elijah Moore.
Njoku.
Yeah, like I don't.
He's got like 34 targets in the last 2 games.
Cool. I think Juwan's the best wide receiver on San Fran. It's like they paid Ayuk what Juwan deserves, in my opinion. Like I just think he's the best wide receiver on San Fran.
Wow.
Debo has kind of been banged up, and like Debo looks like an old running back almost, where it's like he's just not moving as fast as he used to. He's not breaking the tackles that he used to. So yeah, he can talk all he wants. I just think he's still kind of the gadget guy, and Juwan is taking over that Ayuk role that was so valuable recently.
I hate to bring up old wounds here, but I got to do it.
Do it.
I remember last year when Debo popped off right before we went to Philly. Just remember what happened. Just taking that nice little trip down memory lane where he went for a nice little hat trick and probably ruined a lot of teams' fantasy seasons in the process.
So you're saying don't bet against Debo?
Feeling Debo tonight. Feeling good Debo tonight.
But so we're between Judy and Juwan Jennings. Brian's apparently the real Niners fan, and Jason's a secret Jameis fan, so he loves Judy. It's just biases are coming out.
Yeah, my love for Jameis knows no bounds either.
Okay. I mean, yeah. So Amon-Ra, Drake, we're starting. So Judy, Juwan Jennings. So is floor ceiling? We think Jennings got to stay for floor. He's going to get that 560, but Judy, could go 11,250 again.
Yeah, and the other thing is too, now with Njoku out, is probably going to be out. That's just more targets, even with Cedric Tillman coming back. Someone's got to get some of that target share. So I don't see that target share entirely decreasing.
Okay. Brian, are you like hard? You're saying like Juwan Jennings over Judy by a.
I'm pretty hard. Amon-Ra, London, Juwan.
Okay. Weather doesn't scare you at all?
Nope.
Okay, well, you heard it here. You heard it there. All right, Mega Brick. Man, how many teams you got? All right, full PPR. Kate Otten or Hunter Henry? Let's do this quick. Brian, just math me.
You said Otten or Henry? I have them quite close. I have 9.94 for Henry and 9.82 for Otten.
Okay.
I mean, Henry's he's still the number one option there, I think. I think Otten is your higher ceiling just because higher chance of touchdown. Henry's your higher floor just because he's probably going to have more targets.
Yeah, I'd probably lean Henry here. Just Otten's kind of got phased out. Jalen McMillan just looked like he might have broke out. He had the 2 touchdowns. Sterling Shepard's been pretty good, and Mike Evans still Mike Evans. But all right. So yeah, Hurts, Hunter Henry. All right, Jason. CKV logs. Which wide receiver should I start? Terry McLaurin, Cooper Kupp, Drake London, Devontae Adams. Already have St. Brown, full PPR.
I still always go Kupp in this situation. I still think he's just so reliable.
Really?
I mean, Adams is not practicing right now. He didn't practice today, so there's another situation to monitor. You just kind of never know with Scary Terry. They have a lot of guys too that he's had a few big games, but it seems like lately it's just been kind of like that one big pop play for Scary Terry to make your fantasy week. So I always still like Kupp because he's still always going to get the target share is just always going to be there for him.
Okay, Brian.
I actually have it London, Adams, Kupp, McLaurin. McLaurin, the far fourth option.
Really? He's like 7. He's second wide receiver 7, wide receiver 2 the last 2 games he's played.
A lot of McLaurin's. He had he's had so many random fluke long touchdowns. Yeah, he's got an upside, but I trust London, Adams, and Kupp more. And I love Cooper Kupp, but just kind of the peripherals are looking really good for Drake and Devonta the past few weeks.
Okay. And so what's quick Cooper. So I find Cooper, I think he's almost not washed, but like Twilight, right? He's just getting these dig routes, these quick outs. I hate Kupp right now. Brian, you're the big Kupp guy.
The full PPR, if they're 5, it doesn't matter. It's still free points.
True. Yeah. I mean, he's 6 for 60, but red zone, he's still getting the touches. But these are some big dogs here.
6 for 60 and a touchdown is 18 points. I'd take that any day.
Yeah, okay. 6. All right, so quick weather update. Larry says some rain in the Bay Area on Thursday. Occasional light rain will fall during tonight's 49ers game. Rainfall amounts will be light and should not have much impact on the game. Rain chances are higher in the first half than the lower half. Tempered 50 to 55 degrees, winds near 10 miles per hour. So it looks like wind, not a big deal. Rain, not a big deal. The numbers dropped. People overreacted. So if you're betting, this is the time to smash. If you're fantasy wise, I'd say the weather is a 5% factor, if that. So what did we decide on? So you guys had McLaurin last. Jason has Cup, and Brian, who's your number one? London.
London, yeah.
Wow. So the Kirk no touchdowns last 4 weeks. That doesn't freak you out?
He does this all the time.
Yeah.
Like I have friends who are Commanders fans. I've watched him go crazy for the Vikings against the Eagles and then suck the next time. Like this is what he does.
Okay. Who's got the best matchup?
Ooh,
London. Or actually, no, Devontae does. I mean, against the Jags.
They're all pretty good. Like Drake's against the Raiders, Devontae's against the Jags, and I honestly like Cooper this week too a bunch against the 49ers. It's going to be a pretty high-scoring game.
Yeah. Jason, I keep seeing things about the pass. I see that they're top 4 DVOA pass defense, the Niners, but then I see that you can also throw in them for explosives. What's going on?
Well, the issue is Nick Bosa isn't playing right now. He's still banged up, and that really, when you don't have a pass rush, that's a major issue. We are getting Dre Greenlaw back tonight, which is a very nice add, but he doesn't really do much for the pass rush in general. And with a team like the Rams, and McVay is, he's came through the Shanahan system as well and is part of that tree. He knows how to scheme it up and make sure Stafford's getting that ball out quick.
Okay. These questions keep piling up. I'm sorry, guys. If Garendo doesn't play, should I flex Pat Taylor over Tracy? Tracy has a tough matchup. So Garendo's probably going to play, but let's say he's out. We're definitely playing Taylor over Tracy, right?
I'd say, yeah.
Yeah,
I hate that Tracy matchup. Baltimore, I just think he could have 5 carries for 11 yards, 6 catches for 20. But sports spot, Drake May or Matt Stafford, 4 points per touchdown pass. Okay. Stafford's, pretty hot, right? Short week, Niners, they used to be a pass funnel, but maybe not this season. Jason, it's Drake May? Are we Drake May season? You love some Drake May.
I do love me some Drake May. Who the Patriots playing the Cardinals right now, who are, they're still pretty stingy at this point, so I do like Stafford here.
Okay. Hart and Brian versus Hart.
I'm going Drake May. I mean, Stafford just hasn't really had much of a ceiling. His best game has been I forget. He hasn't really shown much of a ceiling. I don't know exactly the number, but he's had 1 or 2 games and 20 points.
It's just Drake May. Is it Kyron? He just vultures all the touchdowns.
I mean, yeah. What are you expecting? 250 for 2 touchdowns?
Yeah. Ceiling floor. Same thing.
Yeah, I think Drake May. You can get passing, rushing. I just think he's just a higher ceiling. If you only need 15 points and you really need 15 points, sure, Stafford, but I like Drake in this.
Okay. So analysis says Rodgers, Ritter, Levis on the waivers. I mean, no, we Rodgers versus the Jags. No, a little something there. He just played great.
It's tantalizing. Yeah. It's like Brian said earlier. Don't get cute.
Don't get cute. Okay, don't get cute. This is not the cute podcast. All right, Samuel Casillo says 2 wide receivers in a flex for this week. Jason, take this one. Have Juwan Jennings, Tyreek Hill, and Sutton as a flex. However, on my bench, I have 2 possible boom this weekend. Thielen and I assume DJ Moore. Don't know what to do.
Ooh. This is a very interesting one. I know we were just kind of talking about Thielen. He's been hot lately. Bryce Young is starting to find him a bunch and starting to work out. Cowboys are a little susceptible to the pass. Again, if you're already set on playing, I mean, obviously you got to play Tyreek and you got to play Sutton out of this group. If you're going to flex out one of them, it would be Juwan, but I would honestly go with the 3 that you have.
Okay, Brian.
I have Thielen pretty high this week.
Oh God, it's so gross.
I have
Oh, my
Thielen
God.
over Jennings and Sutton. And I have it in that order: Thielen, Jennings, Sutton.
Okay, I like DJ Moore. I mean, we got the Vikings. They're a pass funnel.
DJ Moore is right above Sutton for me. So, I mean, if I'm starting 3, I'm going Tyreek, Thielen, and Juwan.
Wow, I'm probably going Tyreek, Sutton, DJ Moore. Jason.
I'm gonna go with the initial 3. I'm going Jawan, Tyreek, and Sutton.
Okay.
Tyreek again is a must start every week. Sutton's been, Sutton and Bo Nix have it going. Juwan Jennings is, still solid enough here, especially if the weather's not going to be a factor tonight. He's still the Niners are going to need him to be every down on Juwan if they have any hope of winning this game and making a late run here.
Because he's their best wide receiver.
Yeah.
It's tough, man. You got really good players. You probably can't really go wrong, but I don't know. Thielen just scares me. Older wide receiver. It's playoffs. I'm just terrified of that even 10% risk profile of just getting nothing. Samuel Castillo, running back, Pacheco, Tracy, Kenneth Walker. Pacheco?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think Walker's playing. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely going Pacheco over Tracy.
Yeah, Pacheco. Okay. All right, we're moving now. Maurice McDonald. So remember, anyone, if you're on Twitter, come over to YouTube, drop a question. We're playing question catch up. We probably went too long with some of the questions earlier. That is my fault, but we're going to stream now. All right. Hello, team. Need your help. QB, start two. Okay. Super League. Love it. Goff, Darnold, Stafford. Okay. Jason, is there an easy bench here? I don't think there is.
There's definitely not an easy bench. I'm going with the home guys in the dome here. So I'm going Goff and I'm going Sammy D.
Okay. Goff and D. Yeah, okay. Brian, you said you weren't a big Stafford guy earlier.
Yeah, I'm going Goff and Darnold.
Goff and Darnold. Okay. I like that. We'll do that. Kicker. Brian, I don't know, Bates or Jake Elliott. Oh, Elliott sucks. He's so bad right now.
Give me a second. I have like a random kicker thing I could figure out.
Okay. All right. Well, he does that. Jason, defense. Eagles or Seahawks?
I am actually. This is tough. This is because actually both are kind of nice matchups. Both are at home. Steelers' offense can score, but they also have weeks where they do struggle to score. Just kind of like Philly to bounce back this week. Dial it up. Vic Fangio's going to have something cooked. For Russ, he's got a lot of familiarity with him from his time with the Niners against the Seahawks over the years. I actually like Philly in this one.
Okay. Brian, I mean, the Eagles' defense looked kind of bad last week, but they've been monumental. Seahawks have kind of gotten their groove back.
I don't think they looked bad. I just think the offense looked bad. Like they gave up teams in the points. Like
they almost lost the game.
But they didn't.
Well, not because they did anything. Okay. Kicker, so quicker. Bates or Elliott?
I'm going Bates. He's my model projects the kickers to have more points, more like kicking points. I don't know how long the kicks are going to be, but it's like 7 to 6.
Okay. Eagles, Seahawks. We gotta move. We're not talking kickers.
Eagles.
Okay. Donald Howard says Sincere McCormick, who looks like he's real, or Debo. Oh God. PPR. What's us? PPR US. Anyone?
PPR, I think it's just a USA thing.
Okay. All right. Sincere McCormack or Debo Samuel, Jason? What are we doing?
I'm going Debo here because it sounds like Alexander Madison is going to be back this week.
You have any? Okay.
I guess Debo. I don't like Debo, but yeah, I mean, he's protected more.
I think Falcons have only given up like 6 touchdowns to running backs. He said Sincere would be RB1. Madison sucks, but yeah, he could. Okay, Debo. Let's go Debo. Like, trust in Debo. Don't get cute. Don't start the guy no one heard of 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, this is kind of the trust your gut here.
Okay. Wayne T says, "Hey guys, do we start Grendo, Jonathan Taylor, Darnell Mooney?" Jason, Jonathan Taylor, Grendo. That's crazy, right?
Yeah, that's insane.
Okay.
Orlando, Ike is out. It's between Taylor and Mooney here. It's between Taylor and Mooney. It's kind of it's the floor ceiling thing again. If you want to feel safe and get at least 7 to 8 points, you're going JT. If you want to take that shot and go for a really high ceiling, think you can get a boom performance, then you go Mooney.
Cool. Right. Okay. Brian.
Yeah, I mean, you drafted Taylor first round. If you're in the playoffs, you just kind of lean on him. I hate the matchup, but I still think he's a better bet.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Mooney's been crazy though too, right? 130 last week, but the no touchdowns freaks me out. I think Kirk will have one, but man, you win fantasy football titles with touchdowns, not yards. All right. Serb says, "I'm having a tough time deciding which 3 running backs start for the playoffs. I've got Jonathan Taylor, Isaac Arendo, Ricardado, Pacheco, Bucky. Oh my God, half PPR. So we're Jonathan Taylor for sure, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Grendo, Daddle, Pacheco, Bucky. Let's say Bucky's hurt. Let's just move him to the side because if he's healthy, we're just doing Taylor, Bucky, right?
We have 3, so we're doing Taylor, Bucky, and then one other.
Yeah, but we got to use the Bucky caveat. So Grendo, Daddle, Pacheco, Jason.
So out of those 3, I'm going Dowdle and I'm going Pacheco.
Grendo last. How the mighty have fallen. Bry?
I'm going Pacheco, Dowdle.
Okay, so Pacheco, what? He hasn't looked good, but we're just saying the ramp up is coming.
I think he's slowly gotten more and more involved, and I just think they're going to keep getting him more involved. Like Kareem Hunt's
exactly what I'd expect somebody to come off a broken leg.
So, but it's all about touchdowns. So we're thinking Dowdle's got one rushing touchdown on the year, but back-to-back 100 yards. But we know Casey, Pacheco is kind of great around the goal line. Okay, so we're saying Taylor, Bucky if he's healthy, Pacheco.
I'm going Pacheco, Bucky, but Bucky's banged up, and they have so many running backs. They could also just help kind of share the load. So I like Pacheco slightly more.
Okay. All right. So this is close. I'm sitting Evans. He's on the road. The rest are at home. Okay, sitting Evans is tough, but this is a tough season. So shadows. If McBride can't play, John O. Smith, right? We don't even need to read this question.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how you have all those options. Put that out there.
He doesn't even make it out of the draft.
Yeah, I mean, Hawkinson maybe.
Really?
I mean, Jonnu would have gotten 0 points if it weren't for overtime.
Yeah.
Okay. But these are his tight end finishes: 2nd, 3rd, 3rd, 5th.
Yeah, that could have been 45th.
Okay.
You should have put a scare into that for sure. I mean, yeah, Hawkinson. The Bears haven't looked great against the tight ends the last couple of weeks. Like Laporta had 2 touchdowns.
Kittle
had over 100 last week. Hawkinson could be in line for a good night.
Okay. Addison Jefferson just went crazy too.
Exactly. So
I think Miami looks like they seem like they're trying to get their receivers back involved. Like there's no reason Jonnu and A-Chain, even though I love them both for fantasy, like there's no reason they should be getting higher target shares than Waddle and Tyreek. And they have been, and it looks like they're kind of slowly transitioning to Tyreek and Waddle again.
Okay. That Jonnu Smith run was great. So we're saying Jonnu, but Jonnu and Hawk are close.
Yeah, I mean, I slightly lean Hawk, but I get it if you just want to ride the hot hand that got you here.
Yeah, and then really, McBride's probably going to play anyways, right?
Yeah, I mean, I McBride first by a while. Still
can't score. All right, so he said, "I know it's close, but your answer is rain's coming down. Go with Goff in the dome. It looks like rain, not so bad, but let's see. It's the rule. Is that what I said? That to AJ Brown? All right. I love you guys' answers to my questions. Okay, thank you. We here to enjoy and something like that. Chiefs Commanders defense. I mean, Chiefs defense been pretty elite. I mean, why would you Commanders defense? Why would you want to do that, Jason?
Because Derek Carr's out, or it looks like, so they're dealing with some stuff. I actually still do like the Chiefs here as much as I love Jameis. He's very turnover prone. You're gonna get some points out of that, and you never know. They could end up in touchdowns.
They probably will.
Yeah.
I kind of like the Commanders just because, like, who's on that Saints team? You have Alvin Kamara, and that's literally it. Taysom's out. Derek Carr's out. I don't even know if Chris Olave's back yet. Like, like that game could just be ugly and a running fest, and
so Brian Robinson Jr.
potentially, or the game is ugly and it's McNichols and Rodriguez.
Okay.
The thing is, though, the Commanders played at home against the Cowboys recently against, and a lot of people, including myself, picked them up thinking they should have, it was a matchup they should have run away with. They gave up a lot of points, and they gave up a special teams touchdown, too. So I'm a little wary of that when it comes to the Commanders. So I really still do like the Chiefs, especially because, again, Jameis is just so turnover prone. You get full Jameis experience in some way, shape, or form.
Yep. Okay. Well, that's enough for two defenses. So DJ Moore, I assume that previous. He says it might be raining in Carolina. I haven't checked the weather. It does not look good for Thielen. Okay. Does that factor in? If it's raining, does that drop your Thielen a bit? Let's say weather's bad weather.
I mean, sure, if it's a hurricane, by all means.
No hurricane. Okay.
I'm not a big weather guy. I could be wrong for that, but I just don't pay too much attention to weather. Weather changes. I can't think of a better job to have than a weatherman because you can be wrong and people aren't that pissed at you. So
yeah. Well, fantasy football analyst. Jason, what about you? I'm a big weather guy, so break the tie.
I pay attention to weather at least like a little bit. If it's like going like crazy weather, then that'll factor into my decision making. But Carolina also plays on turf, so I'm actually pretty high on Thielen right now.
Okay.
Not to say I care about the weather, I care about the over under. That's what I care about, and I think Vegas takes into account all that.
Okay, and then another. It's fantasy football playoffs, man. Everything matters. The expected rain tonight. Expected bad weather in Carolina on Sunday. I love this back to back. So we look at you guys ahead of the game. I'm not at the Carolina Sunday yet. So little spook need to start 3. Cup, Jennings, Garrett Wilson, Mike Evans, Thielen, Jason. So weather tonight looks like it's not going to be a big deal. Small chance. So boom, Cup goes back up. Cup, Jennings. Garrett, you got to play Garrett Wilson. He's had 100, right?
I'm going Cup, G-Dub, and I am also going. I can never turn on Mike Evans, so I'm going Mike Evans.
Okay. And Brian, you're the biggest Juwan Jennings fan here, even though I started. Jason was second. Now you're one up us all.
I mean, I have Juwan Jennings as wide receiver 15, but I also have Garrett Wilson higher, Cooper higher, and Mike Evans higher. So I'm going with those 3.
Okay. So start Cup tonight, and then maybe wait on the weather, bench Jennings, and then you can start Garrett and figure it out. See how bad that weather in Carolina is, because usually, sometimes it lives up to the nightmare, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, if it's like swirling winds and pouring rain, I mean, you don't want Bryce's little hands thrown to Thielen. That sounds terrifying. KJ Frederick, better defensive start, Dallas or Falcons? Why would you start Dallas defense?
They're playing Carolina, which everyone assumes has been terrible, but
weather. But now maybe the weather. So whether you get Dallas, you get Micah Parsons, sack fumbles, and our Atlanta Falcons are playing. They're the Monday, right? Oh, Raiders.
Yeah, Monday against the Raiders on the road
with Aiden O'Connell, Desmond Ridder. I don't know. Let's say if Aiden O'Connell plays, you probably want Dallas. If the weather's really bad, you probably want Dallas, right?
Yeah,
I kind of like Falcons just because next week you're also getting the Giants.
Yeah.
So that's a 2-week starter that then I don't have to worry about. I can drop another defense. I picked up Atlanta in a lot of leagues just because you go Raiders, Giants. So I don't know if I drop they're pretty close, but I like the matchup next week for the Falcons more, so I'm probably keeping them.
Okay. We got to streamline here because I got to go. Mega Brick, thank you so much. Well, thank you, Mega Brick. We love it. If it goes left, come back before Sunday. Well, you can come back for the Sunday show and yell at us. I'll make sure Brian comes on. SoCal Watch. Other phone, Jonathan Smith, Hunter Henry. I've got Tua full PPR. I mean, you go stack, right?
Yeah, Johnny.
Yeah.
Jonu. Okay. Yeah. If you didn't have Tua, is it still Jonu?
Johnny.
Yeah.
Jonu. Okay. Jonu all day. Jonu all day. All right. We still have we got to go fast. There's still so many questions. Blake 4491. Start Kenneth Walker, Garrett Wilson, Juwan Jennings at flex. Jason, we're just gonna go one-offs here.
G-Dub.
Garrett Wilson, right? He should have 2 touchdowns last 2 games. I'm more worried Rodgers is overthrowing him on purpose, like how James Harden used to do Dwight Howard. But yeah, Garrett Wilson, Brian.
I mean, Garrett Wilson. If Kenneth plays, and I think he's got a higher floor, but I just don't think he's playing. So Garrett Wilson.
Okay, Matt Carmody, full PPR start 2. This is my fault. So I let this backlog. So Jaden Reed, who goose egg, Darnell Mooney, who can't get touchdown, Tracy Jr., terrible matchup. Braylon Allen. Okay, Brian, can we do Braylon Allen or Darnell Mooney?
I mean, assuming that Breece Hall's out, I'm going Allen Mooney. If Breece Hall's playing, I think I'm going Reed Mooney.
Okay. All right, Jason, this is you. PPR, first seed. Congrats. Start Vidal, Isaiah Davis, or Tajay Spears, considering Pollard isn't practicing. Pollard's probably going to play. Isaiah Davis here?
Man, this one's actually tough and not the good tough. We've had good problem questions all show. I'm gonna go Isaiah Davis here.
Okay. Brian, Isaiah Davis?
Again, assuming Breece is out, I think Isaiah Davis is kind of a high floor play just because of passing work.
Okay, let's say worst case Pollard doesn't play. Are we going Spears? Spears hard start?
The Tennessee sucks. No.
Yeah. I mean,
okay.
They couldn't even score against a charity.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Chris Moraga says PPR flex start 1. Tracy McCormick Hawk. Okay, Jason. I hate that Tracy matchup.
Everybody hates it, but again, the Ravens have been susceptible this year, and Tyrone's, had a pretty decent floor, so I'm going Tracy.
Okay. I'm going McCormick. I'm Tracy. You guys are crazy. All right, PPR flex pick 1. Jacoby Myers, Zay Flowers, Rashad White, Ramondre. Tough one. All right, Brian. What are we doing?
I think I'm going floor Myers, ceiling Flowers.
I like that. Floor Myers, even Desmond Ritter. You don't care.
Myers, ceiling Flowers.
Okay, I'm not touching any Desmond Ritter situations. Jason?
Zay all the way.
Zay all the way. What are the matchup? So you think Giants suck?
I feel like if you can't put together a good game against that defense,
Oh, so what, Brian? What if Bucky's out? Do you like Rashad White more? Does he make a jump?
Not really, because I just think Sean Tucker's going to take majority of Bucky's work. The only thing that scares me with Flowers is all right, what if Henry gets 2 touchdowns to start? Then, if Zay doesn't score in the first 2 touchdowns and it's a blowout, he's not going to get the ball. They're just going to feed Henry the rest of the game.
Okay. I like that. Okay. So, Cowboys defense or Chargers this week? Okay. A lot of people, I think, banking on the weather because Carolina's a good team now. Jason, quickly?
Boys.
Okay. Brian? Boys? Okay, great. Purdy or Tua? Okay, we'll spend at least 20 seconds on this. Brian Tua. Tua's been killing it. I think the people said he had a bad week last week, and he still had 340 and 2 touchdowns.
I kind of like Purdy this week.
Yeah, Purdy. Jason?
He's been getting it done in the running.
I just don't trust the Dolphins on the road that much. I know they're in Houston. They're in a dome. That's all well and cool. I like Brock.
Yeah? Oh, you're going heart, soul,
mind.
Going my guy. What's the quick argument for Tua? Just the run game's non-existent. They've just been throwing everything.
A quick argument is, he's still good enough, and he still has his full complement of pass catchers.
Yep. Okay, I like Purdy too. I think this is a super smash spot for Purdy, but man, it's hard to bench Tua. Quickly, what's his QB? What's his QB finishes over the last week? All right, he's 5.375. Right, so but yeah, 2 on the road, scary. Purdy's pretty safe. Purdy. All right, Jonathan Santiago, start 1. Ridley, McConkey, Keenan Allen. Is McConkey going to play?
I haven't seen anything about his status yet, so that's definitely something we should monitor.
Okay, let's say he's playing. We're going full lad, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say he's out. Ridley or Keenan Allen?
Keenan.
Yeah, Keenan.
Okay. Maurice McDonald says, thanks, guys. Great show. Guys, I'm sorry. I screwed up the pacing. I didn't realize there's such a question backlog. We like to give in-depth answers rather than just, give you the nuts. We like the bolts, too. All right, Jason, Abiel, Tekeski. You guys good for a couple more minutes?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll just bang them out.
Yeah. Non-PPR scoring, start 3 out of the Najee versus Eagles. Garando tonight, Pacheco, Rashad. It's a lot of information. Start 3. Okay, so who do we have to start?
I'm going Najee, Pacheco, Adams.
Okay.
That's my 3 as well. I like all 3 of those. And if Adams doesn't play, which there's definitely a possibility he might not, then I'm going Ike against the Rams. But you got to decipher that one obviously ASAP because
So you probably want to punt it. Probably want to punt the Grendo and see what's happening, right? If Bucky's out, like Rashad, Devontae plays like Devontae, and you guys both like Najee, even though I don't love him. I wish I had those options. Replacements for McBride would be Kraft or Kate Otten. Oh,
I get
not
Otten,
really mid-league. Kraft. I think we like Tucker Kraft. Kate Otten had his run, but
I still think he's kind of the second option, just not as much of an upside with Mike Evans back.
So do you like Tucker Kraft?
No, I like Kate Otten in.
I zoned out.
Kraft.
Okay,
Yeah.
Jason.
I'm going to play devil's advocate here and go Kraft.
Yeah.
I'm still going to go Kraft here.
But hopefully McBride plays. All right. Any news of Walker? If Walker plays, Charbonnet, Achane is not what the. Any news of Walker?
Charbonnet, Achane is nothing. We haven't seen any news yet on Walker. Again, we got to check Seattle's media availability from today, and we'll get a little more insight from there. So, yeah.
It's tough, but obviously you just want to punt any decisions down the road, right? Don't react to Thursday, because there's a lot. All right, Jaden Reed or Myers. I mean, Jaden Reed's had 3 straight under 30, then went goose egg. Sure, they might look for him, but I'm not playing Jaden Reed.
Yeah, I mean, it's a ceiling floor. I just like the floor way higher with Jacoby.
Yeah, okay. Shadows, Jalen Waddle, Terry McLaurin, Sutton, Hopkins, start 2. Jason?
I'm going Sutton, and I'm going D-Hop.
Sutton, D-Hop. Okay. Brian?
I definitely like Sutton, and then I think I'm going McLaurin.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, Sutton, McLaurin. That's what I do. Waddles. I mean, if Tyreek's going to be Tyreek, Waddle might go back to that 4th man out, right? Especially with Jonnu playing well. It changes a wide receiver, essentially. All right, GP. Jordan Addison, Juwan Jennings, Keenan Allen. I mean, how could you bench Jordan Addison? He's probably the reason you're in the playoffs.
Yeah, you got to go Addison.
Yeah, I'm going Addison Jennings there.
Addison Jennings?
Same.
Okay, let's do it. Brian Lohman says, even guys, how would you guys rank wide receivers like Tank Dell, Elijah Moore, Jaden Reed against Garendo, Sharp, Sincere, Tracy Jr.? Okay, so quickly, Josh Allen, Jared Goff. Josh Allen, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Okay, so Garendo, I don't know. So, okay, we want to rank receivers. Tank Dell, Elijah Moore back seat, right, with Cedric Tillman back, so he's out. Jaden Reed, I mean, he's pretty much out. So I'd go Tank Dell, right? Tank Dell first.
Yeah, man, I don't really like any of them. I like Elijah Moore, higher ceiling. If I'm ranking them against the running backs, I'm going Sharps above all, assuming Walker's out. Then Sincere, then Tracy.
Okay. Sorry we couldn't give you more an answer here, but yeah. I mean, Sharps. I guess you got it. That's the thing with the Garendo, right? You can't start him tonight if you got these guys like Garendo or Charbonnet who might blow up with Walker out again, right?
Yeah.
It's a fuck all time. He says thanks. PPR doesn't really change it that much for us. We always assume PPR. But yeah, if Garendo is healthy, he's a must start. But there's just too much going on. Like Jason, Tracy or Garendo?
Tracy for me.
Tracy, okay. So just bench Grendo. Okay. Kenny says Garrett Wilson, Drake London, Puka. Okay, well we're starting Puka. Let's not get crazy.
Yeah.
Juwan Jennings. So many Juwan Jennings questions. Should I go with one wide receiver, 2, and flex spot? So Brian, so what? Puka, Garrett.
That's
Garrett
probably
or
bench
Drake?
Jennings.
Bench Jennings.
Yep.
So Garrett Wilson or Drake London, are they really close?
I have Drake over.
Okay, Jason, I know you love some G-Dub.
I do love me some G-Dub, and I'm going with the first three. And sorry, Jawan, I love you, but you got to be on the bench for this one.
Okay, more Grendo. We should have called this the Grendo pod. Devontae, Bucky, or Ramondre. Okay, Brian can pick one. I mean, I don't know. What are we doing?
I mean, Bucky if he plays. Otherwise, Devonta's your upside. Ramondre's your floor.
Okay, so get punt Grendo. Just got to keep doing it. Steven Grease, what up? Okay, there's a question. Thinking about sitting AJ Brown this week. Don't do it. Full PPR. Said Jamar Chase, Juwan Jennings. Oh my God, why do people love Juwan Jennings so much? I thought we were the Juwan Jennings podcast. Why is it McConkey down with the flex? Right, where you start chasing Brown and then bench Jennings and hope McConkey plays, and if he doesn't, you play Daddle in the flex, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
Exactly. All right.
Start AJ and Jamar.
Yeah, Jennings. Okay, yeah. So your situation was actually complicated, but actually easy. All right, evening guys. Start Debo or Ridley. This was like me in the Thursday pod when you guys left last week. I was just stream of consciousness. Debo or Ridley? Jason, what are we doing? Debo. Brian.
Debo
all day. Okay. We've almost caught up here. James Cook or Garendo? Oh my God, Bills fan. So bad matchup, Lions. But Jason, can we still?
I still feel like you could start James Cook, so I'm going with Cook. I said it earlier in the show. I can't back off now.
That's true. Brian?
Yeah, James.
Bills fan does it factor in at all?
I mean, I enjoy watching my Eagles.
Yeah, that's true. You like the Eagles stack. Okay. All right, James Cook. If Grendo was healthy, Grendo?
No, I'm still going with Cook.
Wow, okay. I didn't mean Sharp, but Charbana is nothing. It's all right. Oh, Charbana. That's true. If Walker plays, Sharps would suck. Probably. Which D? Baltimore, Denver, Arizona. I mean, Baltimore, right? We want to prey on those Giants.
Yeah.
Right? Pray. All right. Larry, thank you. No weather problem, Carolina, 30%. Oh, man, Larry, listen to the pod jumping in. Larry, you are the man. No weather problem in Carolina. All right, tweet this to the world. 30% light rain. Everyone was overreacting, playing weatherman. Listen to the actual weatherman. Larry, you the man. Okay, this is it. We got to wrap up quickly. Kenny says, I was only thinking Jennings because he got me 35 last time with the Rams. That is a good point. He did go off, and he might go off again. But Kenny was... I mean, you're not benching Garrett Wilson. You're not benching Puka. So if you want to Juwan Jennings over Drake, that could make sense, right? Because it could make sense. Theoretical sense.
The Niners didn't finish it.
I can make anything make sense, but I'm not doing that.
Okay. All right, last question. Jelly of the month. Evening, gents. Half PPR. Pacheco, switch read, 0 points. Tracy, bad matchup, or Waddle. Jason, finish the strong here. We didn't even get to our props.
All right, so current Pacheco switch. No, I'm sticking with Pacheco. He's gonna keep getting worked in. He's gonna keep getting stronger. I feel like he's due for that good week. Finally, I think this is his third or fourth game back. Yeah, I'm feeling Pacheco here.
Okay. Pacheco. Okay. All right. Last question, then we're wrapping up. Sorry, we got 75 minutes. We got to go. Armando N says James Cook, Pollard, Pacheco. Pick two. All right. So, Jason, take running backs. Brian, you take running back or wide receivers.
You want to start, or do you want me to start it?
Start, Jason. You start.
Cook and Pacheco.
Okay, Pollard really, but Pollard's been great. I'd go Pollard Pacheco.
If he doesn't play, then what are you gonna do?
Well, fine. Well played, Brian.
I'm going Tyreek and Jacoby probably.
Okay, all right, Cade. We're gonna get your question. Don't worry. Tyreek and Jacoby. Yeah, DK's been. What's up with DK? We could spend a whole pot on that. All right, Cade. Cade says, last question, please. So don't worry, Cade. We got you. Full PPR, Grando, Walker, Addison. I mean, Addison, right? The guy just went nuts.
Addison.
Brian?
Addison, yeah.
Addison, easy. What if Grando and Walker were healthy? It's an argument?
I mean, then I'm going Walker, assuming if he's super healthy, but I just don't think he's banged up. It's not reality.
Let's play it safe. Play it safe, Cade. Cade, so we'll go Addison. Addison all day. All right, guys. We didn't even get to props. We didn't even get to preview the game. We just had questions, but that's what happens in fantasy football. Jason, you got any props for me quickly before we lock it out?
Kyron Williams over 17.5 carries tonight, courtesy of my boy Dom.
Okay. Brian, will your model like anything?
Juwan plus 170.
To score?
Anytime. Yep.
Okay. I'm on Puka. I'm always on Puka. I love it. Oh, he said pick two. Pick two. Grendo or Walker? Grendo?
I think Grendo's actually playing.
Yeah,
Grendo
Grendo's
doesn't-
actually playing. Grendo's actually going to play. Grendo Addison. All right, guys, we're done. That's it. It's a wrap. Sunday pod. We won't start early, but we will be going. We'll go long because we know the questions are going to stack. Brian, if you want to come jump in, feel free.
I'll be
Jason,
traveling
always a pleasure. But next Thursday we're locked in. Brian, you're traveling?
Sunday.
Okay, Jason, maybe you want to jump in?
Yeah, I'll be here.
I know you always get your kickball thing, so that's why I don't pressure you for Sunday.
That's an afternoon though, so I'm good. Good morning.
Okay. Okay. When you check, curious, it's going to be a big question. Okay. All right, we're done. Boom. Thank you guys. Love the show.